So I'm over here at TJ Corral. I wanted to do Sapio Creek, but the access is fenced off, so I came to somewhere I knew. It's probably the fourth time I've been here in the last year. We're going to do something different. There is a huge group of like at least 15 people, but I assume we're going to the hot springs, so I'm going to go to the Meadows. I'm going to go down the West Fork Trail and hit the Big Bear Canyon and drop into the Meadows. So this is the turnoff for Little Bear Canyon. So where that huge group of people went to. I'll be going this way today, but I'll probably come back this way in the morning because there's a few river crossings this way, but there's a way to get back here without getting wet from the Meadows in the morning. So it might be nice to not get wet when it's still cold. Yeah, so I feel like I've been off trail for a while. I mean, I've been on a well-maintained trail, but not really lining up with the maps and kind of being pretty high above the river. But I'm coming up to a junction, which I think is the trail that accesses this area from the cliff dwellings. So it's kind of reassuring. I think I'm going to find a place down here and grab a snack. Well, first river crossing, and it looks like there's a bridge. I'm really thinking more and more about just crushing it and getting to Hell's Hole, seeing something new. I'll hate myself tomorrow, but really starting to think about it. It's a little different when you're hiking alone. It's like, not really kicking it around camp with anybody. I get to camp at 5 or 6, eat and go to bed. Be a good time well spent. Doing some climbing right now. And hopefully get to where this eases up a bit and take a lunch break. Yeah, so I bumped into a ranger actually at that first river crossing and asked him about Hell's Hole, and he said that Someone that had just been there reported that it was real shitty. So I went ahead and made the decision to just go to the Meadows. Figured I wouldn't have to crush it as bad and could have more time to play around with the camera and take some video, and then wouldn't have such a shitty day tomorrow. Got to work 6 a.m. Monday, so if I got down there and did 14 miles, assuming I was doing 2 miles an hour, if I left at 7, I wouldn't be to the car till like 3 or 4, putting me back in Albuquerque after 8. So that's a hard Sunday night. So I'm just gonna, not totally take it easy. I still got probably another 8 miles to get to the Meadows, but not the 11 3/4 that I was looking at before. So I'm just enjoying some lunch here, grubbing down on some healthy potato chips, and we'll be right back to it. So I don't know if you can hear it, but the winds are starting to pick up, and I've been forecasted pretty high winds afternoon and evening, and I was hoping to get down in the canyon before they kicked up, but I guess it'd be okay. Worst case scenario, I can't, but I should be able to figure something out. I'm gonna try to bust these last few miles out. The views are starting to open up here. Getting up top onto the ridge. Pretty soon we'll hit the junction, and I believe start dropping down to the Meadows. And there's the junction. Maybe it'll tell me how much further it is. Let's check it out. Four miles is kind of what I thought. Cool. Well, let's do it. I am pretty sure that I camped here in January. Came out here with a friend. We had a yurt trip scheduled in the San Juans, and we ended up bailing on it and wanted to come down here to escape the snow, and ended up being a whole bunch of snow here. We were trying to get to the Meadows, but we're like ankle to knee deep in snow all the way up here. In fact, I think my boots are still caked in mud from that trip, but we found a spot up here as the hill started to go up a little bit that didn't have snow, and just set up camp there. Yeah, it's like 20 degrees, so it's crazy to be back in 6 weeks, maybe 6 to 8 weeks, and all the snow's gone and I'm sweating. So the seasons are changing. So we're starting to get a view of the canyon down there. And I'm just chugging along. A little dehydrated, maybe more than a little. Trying to wait till I can hear the water before I start chugging, so. Another junction. 1 mile to the Meadows. 5.5 miles since the West Fork. All right. Starting to get some super cool views of the canyon over here. I don't know if you can see them. Might open up here in a second. Yeah, this Middle Fork Canyon is something else, man. Look at all that relief down there. Shit. Some ice on the trail. Shit. Loves to linger around in these canyons. Well, this is home. The wind gave me some trouble. It took me a while. Didn't videotape that. Nobody really needs to see evidence. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but yeah, I think this will do. Yeah, I got most of the wind's coming from this direction, but could switch to this direction at night, so I got a wall facing that way. So I think I should be okay. Yeah. Now time to go get some water. Well, in classic Gila fashion, it was hot all day, and then as soon as the sun went down, it's super cold already. Just pretty much typical southwestern weather, 3-season weather. It's probably the hardest part about backpacking alone is there's really no reason to stay up, but then it's like 7:30 and the sun's not going to rise till like 7:15, 7:30. So can we really lay it down for 12 hours? Not really, but kind of kidding myself staying up, not really much to do. So probably gonna lay down and read for a little while from my nook, and probably go to bed way too early and lay around and wait on the sun. But the sun's starting to come up over the canyon walls, and gonna go lower my food bag and eat some breakfast and fill up on some water and kind of crush these miles. I don't think I'm going to film much or any today. It's basically retracing a lot of the same steps as yesterday, but I'll check in when I get back to the car. Well, back at TJ Corral Trailhead, it's about 1:30. Gonna stop by Doc Campbell's and get a Gatorade and push back to the city. So, got my Gatorade from Doc Campbell's and completed a successful trip. Ready to press back to the city. Maybe I'll stop in TRC to get a Del Taco. Don't know yet. Depends on how hungry I am, but thanks for watching.